You have the home field advantage with Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic. Orthopedic surgeon Dr. Timothy Hawks and sports medicine physician Dr. Matthew Pyle lead an A-team of certified athletic trainers and physical therapists working with athletes of every level to prevent injuries, enhance sports performance, or heal through surgery and rehabilitation. Let Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic get you back in the game and keep you in the game.
Come watch your favorite team and earn points with our new Blazin' Rewards program, only at Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
At Domino's, they work hard to make it easy for you to earn free pizza. How hard? We probably don't have enough time to talk about all the ways they've invented for you to order, but we do have time to talk about the new ways you can earn Piece of the Pie rewards points towards free pizza. Now you can earn points when you place an order by phone or in store. That means you can earn points any way you order. If you would like to enroll, see dominos.com/rewards or call Domino's. Hello and welcome to week number 10 of Friday Night Football here on Salina Media Connection. We are here on location in Wichita, Kansas, here at the second round of the 5A state playoffs. We have the Bishop Carroll Golden Eagles versus the Salina Central Mustangs, both coming in at 7-2. Bishop Carroll coming off a win last week against Newton. Salina Central coming off their win last week against Eisenhower. We had that for you. And we're just about 2 minutes away, going through some coin flippage. Bishop Carroll at 7-2, as mentioned. Their two losses were to Derby, which is one of the losses Central had, but the other Bishop Carroll loss was against Wichita Northwest, who is the number 1 seed in this bracket. And the winner of this game would more than likely play Wichita Northwest, granted if Northwest does win their game today. Salina Central is going to get the ball first. I think we'll see some Talon Peters, of course, see maybe some Ben Driver, some Jackson Kavanaugh runs. Head coach Mark Sanbo likes to use a lot of different weapons. We have all the referees putting their hands in the center. Might be saying, go refs, go Zebras. Not sure what they say for a go team there. And as some of you viewing in, you might be confused. You are not watching Salina South versus Salina Central. Ben Driver is going to be the lone deep receiver for the Mustangs. George Walden kicks it off, going to be fielded about the 21. Doing some dances, gets it about 6 yards past the 21. Central's going to have the ball on their own 29. Have two receivers each side. Kavanaugh is going to throw it. A little bit of an inside wide receiver throw, and that could have been dangerous. You had Bishop Carroll defenders coming pretty quickly on that. The ball seemed to float just a little bit from Kavanaugh, but enough for about a 5-yard gain. And it's going to be a Kavanaugh. Keeper has blockers. Crossing midfield. It's a foot race. And I don't think number 33 is going to get him, and he's in. Jackson Kavanaugh showing the speed right there with an incredible hole by the Salina Central offensive line. And only 45 seconds into the game, Mustangs strike first. And something really interesting here, number 28, Riley Counts, will be kicking the extra point, not number 33, Talon Peters, and I think he missed it. And he did. Missed it off to the right. And those are some of the moments that can come back and hurt your team. And number 33 is on the sideline, not in pads. So without the kind of threat of Talon Peters, Jackson Kavanaugh is going to probably have to do a lot of the ground game. Last week, towards the end of the Eisenhower game, we saw Keyshawn McDaniel in there at running back, but didn't see very many reps, was on the field, but did a lot of quarterback runs and quarterback passes, so didn't get to see that much action. We just hope that the missed extra points don't come back to hurt him. It hasn't in previous games as Central was able to outplay their opponents, but they're getting farther into the playoffs, it might be tougher. Bishop Carroll is going to field it about their own 15. And a good wrap up, and it looks like they're going to be down right at the 30. First down pass, looking right side. Short pass, picks up maybe 8. And that was Aiden Edens at the quarterback position. And they're gonna run just a dive right side. Gonna be enough to get a first down. Skylar Hampton, number 48, was on that carry. They have him listed at 5'8", 165. kind of on the lower end of the weight class on this Bishop Carroll team. Neeson's going to look left side as the man, number 20, out in the flat. And he's going to be taken down about the 32, going to be the 33. They're going to mark him down. Receiver was wide open in the flat and had absolutely plenty of running room. And it looks like they just threw the tee off the field. Yeah, pretty strong first down run there. Ben Driver on the tackle, first time we've heard his name tonight. Second and 3 allows them to do some different things, and this is going to give Bishop Carroll a first down. The nose tackle, number 99, came and made some contact, and just like that, he's going to come off the field. Now 1st and 10 on the 21. A little play action look right side. Pass in the hands but dropped. Gunnar Lynch was the target. Pretty good throw, kind of threw it right into the gut. It was pretty good protection, or excuse me, pretty good coverage there, but probably a ball he should have had. They got a little wide receiver screen right side. And there's another drop. Mason Ballman has that go right off his hands. So 2 plays right there that would have gotten you pretty substantial yards, but was dropped. This is a big 3rd down here. Neeson looking left side, end zone. This time it's caught. And probably going to be out at about the 3. And I think maybe they'll give him the 4. But that's going to get Bishop Carroll pretty easy first down, 1st and goal. They're going to run hurry up here. And I think he got it over the line. But I think they're going to mark him short. I thought he was able to reach that ball over the line before his knee went down. It's about the half-inch yard line now. Do have some new personnel coming on for Bishop Carroll. And that's going to be just a give to the fullback. And that's going to be pretty easy run. Skylar Hampton puts Bishop Carroll up on the board on their first drive. And we'll see if George Walden gives them the lead here on an extra point. And it's good. Gage Prester came off the right side. Look at it like he had a pretty good jump, but wasn't able to make the block. So it didn't take 45 seconds like it did Salina Central, but we do have 8:59 left to go in the first quarter, and we have a 7-6 Bishop Carroll lead. Well, Central only ran a couple plays on their drive, but Bishop Carroll definitely showing the versatility and the kind of different weapons they have in the running game, and just able to spread the ball all over the field in the passing game. And they have some pretty big wide receivers on the edge too that can make some catches. Weldon's going to kick it off. Ben Driver is going to field that at about the 15. Drops it, able to pick it back up. And maybe takes it for about 12 yards. Going to be around the 28, perhaps. It looks like that's Micah Moore back there to be the running back, and he gets swallowed immediately. Moore appeared to be on the left side of Kavanaugh and had Riley Counts also in the backfield. But you'll have to have a big game from number 23 if you're going to have to compete with what we usually see of Talon Peters. They're going to swing it out to him there on second down. And I think he just appears to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's still probably going to be about a 2nd and 14. Oh, excuse me, now 3rd and 14 after that first down loss. Do have Logan Heigl deep at the top of your screen. And Kavanaugh's going to keep it, but there is absolutely nothing there. Ball might have come out at the end, but they're saying that he's down. And that's just a rough time on each of those plays to get literally anything going. Did not see Ben Driver on that offensive possession. Usually see him at wide receiver. Again, does play both sides of the ball, but he's going to come out here and punt it after it's 4th and 17. Kind of a knuckleball punt, but pretty good kick by Ben Driver. Crosses the 40, and it's going to be down at about maybe the 37. Bishop Carroll on defense looked much more impressive that set of downs as they did the first set. Bishop Carroll still kind of meeting with their coach while the Central defense is just kind of out there waiting for them. Eden's going to get the snap, but not before this is called dead. We might have a delay of game. And that is it. And those are the kind of things Central needs in this game. Got momentum, got a touchdown. Defense gets a stop. You want to come out here and keep at it on first down, but a little mental mistake, not getting the play off in time, backs them up 5 yards. Needon's pretty good pocket, gonna look out in the flat. Looking for Jackson Nichols, but a little too far out in front. It's gonna bring up 2nd and 15. And they're gonna hand it off here. And a pretty good run by the running back for Carroll. Was hit not too far past the line of scrimmage, but was able to carry a defender for a few yards more. Third and 6 here now for the Golden Eagles. Gonna come out basically same formation as the last play. Needon's gonna look left side, pump fake. Has a receiver and a touchdown saving tackle there. Benjamin Peelins able to make the catch. Bishop Carroll is going to line up, and they want to snap it again, but we just have a false start here, you would assume. And they're going to just swing it inside. I think the referees might have been a little confused, and maybe they didn't call it because the whistle of the white hat official to signal the play clock kind of confused them. And they kind of having some troubles with the play clock as it currently sits at 0, and it was kind of just rolling down.
Carried by number 20, Jackson Nichols, tackled by number 36, Greg Gibson. Gain of 4 yards at the 16-yard line, the 2nd and 6.
.5:34 left in the first quarter. Bishop Carroll with the ball inside the red zone on the 16. And they're going to learn a little counter. And that picks up maybe a few more. But we're going to have another third down here. Third and about maybe 3 or 4.
Gain of 2, 3rd and 4.
And there you're going to get probably a false start.
False start, number 56.
Well, 3rd and 4 is going to turn into about 3rd and 9 now. The Central fans banging on the bleachers here. Looking left side, number 4 wide open into the end zone. Benjamin Peelins with a pretty good route, good throw, good catch, and a good job of catching that, cutting upfield and getting into the end zone. Mustang defender was really playing off the receiver there. And pretty much just one cut inside and it was over. Extra point up and good. And Salina Central, after striking first, now down 14-6 with 4:36 left in the first. So far, just seeming like the Bishop Carroll offense just out athleticizing, if that's even a word, the Salina Central defense. Just the kind of speed and agility and the precision of the route running is really beating the Mustangs right now. And we've seen Central down early in games, but it's usually not this fast that it happens. And this is going to bounce at about the 16. Ben Driver's going to have to field that. A great kick there. It's that kind of 50-50 ball where you want to let it maybe bounce and go out of bounds, but you can't be sure, and you just got to pick it up and get something. Central will have it on the 17. Kavanaugh gonna look deep, looking for Ben Driver. Got one hand on it. Looks like he might have slowed down on the route a little bit. thought we might have also seen another spectacular one-handed grab by number 20 like we saw last week. Bishop Carroll's defense not fully getting set for the snap. And there's number 23, as we mentioned before, Micah Moore. And those are the kind of plays you want to have on your running back to get him into the game. Like previously where he was kind of getting blown up a couple of yards back in the backfield. Kavanaugh's going to pump fake, going to look down the field for Driver. Has his man! 20, 10, not going to catch him. Central touchdown. And really, Jackson Kavanaugh threw that ball on his back foot. He knew his receiver, Ben Driver, had the defender beat. And it was basically at that point, just go and get it. And it looks like Central's going to line up for two. Micah Moore coming onto the field. Still trying to figure out a play. 15 on the play clock, but they can't really look to the sideline if they're needing to get a play in. Gonna have three receivers right side. Kavanaugh is gonna look middle. The back of the end zone. He's got Ben Driver again. And just when you're talking about how Central was starting slow and that last set, the offense was getting kind of manhandled, Central comes back and ties it up. And we got 14 all with 3:57 only in the first. We're not really used to this kind of high scoring game so early. I'm sure there were kind of concerned fans and parents here on the Central side, but I think some of those fears just got quelled. Well, the Central defense is going to have to come up with a stop at some point. Riley Counts gonna kick it away. Pretty good kick. Fielded at the 10. Gonna cut it back. So you get a few more, gonna be about the 34, gonna be maybe right at the 35 they mark him.
Ball's gonna be placed on the 35-yard line. It will be first and 10.
And Bishop Carroll might have another delay game. They're getting 5 on the play clock. They didn't really line up until 9, but they already had the play and able to get it off. It's kind of what hurt them the last time on that delay game. They just kind of got on the field late. Jackson Nichols had a first down run for about 5. And Central's Bishop Carroll's gonna line it up fast. Gonna hand it, looks like to Nichols again. This time, Central's defensive line able to make the stop. 3rd and 5. This is the stop if Central can get it. And there is number 4 again. Peelins makes a great catch, extending the arms and racking the ball in. Again gets Bishop Carroll a first down. New set of downs. Peelins going in motion, and they're going to hand it off to him. And what a great tackle there. William Fenchanla, I believe I'm saying that name correctly, making the tackle for a loss of 4. Now Bishop Carroll is going to slow it down here. Negative plays do that. Needon's going to look left side, wide open to number 88. That's Max Bullinger, and he's inside the 15 to about the 14. Again, that's just great route and great turn and cut. Some of these Central defenders been playing off the receiver. Well, when you add that to kind of some of the great moves the Bishop Carroll receivers are making, you've got wide open offensive threats. Needon's going to look right side into the flat. Had Gunnar Lynch. And a drop. At least the 3rd drop tonight. 2 of them might have been by Lynch. It's a little bit of a chilly night, but not too bad. Certainly had worse weather in November. 2nd and 10, Needon's gonna look over the middle. Had Bullinger, the receiver who got him there. Throw was a little out in front, but maybe should have had it, tried to go to the ground to catch it. But they're gonna be 3rd and 10. And I'm sure the Central defensive minds are thinking, you gotta look out for number 4. He's at the bottom of your screen. Dakota Hogan's on him, but Needon's looking right side, over the middle. Mason Ballman, another pretty easy pitch and catch. And Central seemed to do that mostly all season long, just kind of leaves receivers open into the middle of the field. I think Bishop Carroll saw that as well. And that extra point is up and good. We've got 35 points of scoring, and we're not even at the end of the first quarter. Still 1:17 left. Bishop Carroll with 21 of the 35, and the Mustangs rounding out the other 14. Central's defense was able to get Bishop Carroll into some longer yard situations, kind of had some longer 3rd downs than they're used to. But that's not really going to be much of an issue for the Golden Eagles when you have receivers getting that wide open. Kick is away. Driver gonna let it bounce into the end zone, getting into real dangerous territory there. Kind of just a lazily stroll into the end zone. That could have died at about the 1 or the 2. That would have been a nightmare scenario. Central's going to take over in their next drive on their own 20. Micah Moore shifting sides. A little bit of confusion on the play call. Kavanaugh's going to roll out left side. Tried to get it, you would think, to number 11, but seemed to just kind of throw it away to live another day. Maybe some Bishop Carroll fans wanting something regarding intentional grounding. And number 7 coming out on the field, Paul Eck for Bishop Carroll, getting a pretty big applause. Kavanaugh's going to look middle of the field. Going to be incomplete to count. There might have been a little bit of hold from the defender there, but nothing called. And that's going to leave 3rd down and 10. Bishop Carroll wanting to bring some pressure. Central going to back off and get a play. Kavanaugh in the pocket, good protection down the field. Was looking for Logan Heigl, but really just good position by the cornerback of Bishop Carroll, really just sealing off his man, giving him no shot to try and come back to the ball. And Ben Driver is going to have to punt it away for the 2nd time. A little low line drive kick. Going to get a bounce, but doesn't hang in the air long enough. 29 for Bishop Carroll, weaving through traffic. Definitely not a highlight punt for Ben Driver. First and 10, Golden Eagles on the Central 45. Needon's going to look left, going to go deep. Looking for Peelan's, good protection, good coverage there by Dakota Hogan. Was able to play on Peelan's much better on that play than on other plays so far. And we see Bishop Carroll with some of their signs. I think I see maybe the Angry Birds guy, maybe a pumpkin, a Batman signal, maybe a dinosaur, not so sure. It's going to be 2nd and 10. They're going to roll out with Needon's going to look left. He's going to keep it. Going to pick up about 3 or 4. Looks like about 4, but good job by the Central defense. Able to make sure he doesn't have a running lane to get some big yards there. Going to be 3rd and 6. And I think this is going to go to the end of the first quarter. And so right now, play clock is not going at all. They're thought it would have been And they're going to get that off for the end of the first quarter. I thought that play clock probably should have been started before it even hit 25 on the play clock, or on the game clock, excuse me, but that's going to end the first quarter. And you're going to be 21-14 game. Bishop Carroll with the lead, and we'll finally be back with only the second quarter after this.
Boom! Hey, where you going? Can't get by me. I'm number 1 in this class. I rule this lab. I'm number 1. Hey, I don't think so. Yes! Winner! I am the king! Woo!
You wouldn't do it there. So, don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
What?
Jerk.
And quarter number 2 is about to begin. Bishop Carroll with the ball, on the verge of being really deep into Central territory. Bishop Carroll picked up first down on that last play. And it's going to be a handoff. Jackson Nichols, nothing going there. Central doing a lot better on the front line against the run game. Needon's gonna look right side, and another drop by the receivers. And that's number 22, Gunnar Lynch again, with another drop. Be 3rd and 12, and every third down seems to be big. But this one seems pretty big. Central already down 7. Bishop Carroll able to get yards hurried. Needon's gonna look right side, gonna have room to run. I think he's gonna have the first down. And he's gonna be out of bounds about maybe the 12. Had receivers all going deep into the end zone, and no one for protection on the right side of the field. And they're actually going to mark him out at the 14. Needon's going to run right side. It's going to be a keeper all the way. And a great tackle there. Gage Prester. He seemed to be kind of one of the only Central defenders available to have a shot at stopping the quarterback, and he makes a great open field tackle. And we're going to have a flag here right off the end. Going to be a direct snap to Brady Brockover. Going to get it inside the 5, but might have something like an illegal shift, illegal formation. Usually those flags that come out quick but aren't false starts, that's usually what it is. And I might be talking about if the other side official called it. It was the official, the top of your screen, that called it. And they're saying the formation was legal, and the flag is picked up. Bishop Carroll in business again, 1st and goal on the 4. And they were going to run a direct snap, a little bit of a fake. But Braden Bockover just kind of runs into the end zone uncontested. Extra point, I think, might be, oh, it is good. That might have been a little bit right. Again, Gage Presser getting a pretty good jump off the edge, but seemingly not able to get it. And that's going to be 28-14 Golden Eagles. Bishop Carroll's had the ball for 4 drives, and each time they've marched the ball down the field in a variety of ways. Bishop Carroll does get big chunk of yards through the air, but both of Central's scores have been on big plays, or there be a Jackson Kavanaugh run or a Ben Driver touchdown catch that Kavanaugh just kind of throws off his back legs and just kind of says, go get it. Yeah, it's going to be a shorter kick, fielded on the 20, and we got a running room. Maybe one man to beat the kicker. Logan Heigl with a great return. Just caught it quickly and just hit the hole. I think they might not want to kick it to him next time. 1st and 10 Mustangs on the 24. Yeah, looks like Heigl is going to be at the bottom of your screen. Back out with the offense. Kavanaugh is going to go back to pass. Has Ben Driver. Had him open, but Kavanaugh just kind of tried to throw it up for him again. And if he threw it on more of a line, had his receiver wide open, but when he threw it up in the air like that, just allowed the safety to just kind of wait on it and might have gotten close to picking it off. Ben Driver now going to come off the field. Kavanaugh going to roll left side, has a man coming backside. Goes to the ground. They're looking for Tyler Mayorga, but just kind of another play that just kind of has to get rid of quick. Going to bring up 3rd and 10. And Central certainly wants to have something here after that huge return. And they're going to play it in tight. Obviously, probably 4 down territory. You want to have 2 plays here, so don't need it all on 3rd down. And Micah Moore shifting from right to left. It's going to be a quarterback Kavanaugh run the whole way. And it's kind of blown up, maybe 2-3 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
On the 27-yard line, loss of 3 yards, will be 4th and 13.
And the Central offense going to be staying out on the field. Really just kind of a no decision here. Kavanaugh is going to be trying to find something. Keaton Ricky, who made the tackle on about second down that brought Kavanaugh to the ground, this time does it again for a pretty big loss, but fourth down, not gonna matter. Central gets the great return by Heigl. And after first and second down, on third and fourth down, going the wrong direction. Carroll's going to have it on their own 31. This is going to be Needens with a little bit of play action, going to take off and run. It's going to make it to about the 41. If you're Central, you just got to find some way to slow this team down. Needens, great pocket, gonna throw, receiver cutting over the middle. And that's gonna be another Bishop Carroll first down. And they're going to go back to the run here. Number 20 with the ball carry, tackled by number 20. Jackson Nichols tackled by Ben Driver. And that's just a good play by Driver, hitting that gap as Driver, kind of the last line of defense, able to cut that down for only a gain of 3. It's going to be a keeper by Needens. Breaks a tackle, cuts up. 25, and I don't think anyone's going to catch him. A 47-yard touchdown run by Aiden Needens. And it's 34-14 with an extra point on the way. And a little bit of a grunt there, as it seems like Gage Presser, number 4, is just getting a little bit better jump every single time for that extra point, but still not able to come up with it. We have Central now down by 21. Thought there might have been some life in Central getting back into this ball game with the touchdown to Driver and then the 2-point conversion. But since then, Carroll on both sides of the ball has just been dominant. Yeah, Ben Driver deep, Heigl at the top of your screen, and then Counts at the bottom. Counts can also do some damage on the kickoff return. They're going to go to Heigl again, And put him in a little bit of a no man's land. Gets by one, but then this time tackled, maybe got it to the 20. And it's going to be right at the 20. It's going to be a keeper by Kavanaugh. Ball comes out, but they're going to say he's down. Even if it was a fumble, Central's lineman able to get back on it. But it seems like he only picked up about one. Second and 9, Kavanaugh back to pass. Gonna screen it out for more. But number 36 of Bishop Carroll right there. It actually looks like number 35 for Bishop Carroll. And looks like we do have a flag. Did not see it come out, but it's way out there at about the 35. Kind of probably in the area of like a hold on the defense, you would assume. Unless there was a hold on the offense after the screen was thrown. But Moore was tackled at about maybe right at the 21. That flag is on the 34. And that was going to be a penalty on Salina Central, but Bishop Carroll declined it. So let's take a second down and backing them up even farther. Carroll's just going to decline it and make it 3rd and 11. They're going to take the 1 yard loss and the down, and you might as well when Central's offense not able to get anything going. And they're wanting to kind of do a screen to Heigl, but Bishop Carroll's defenders got in the backfield so fast that they couldn't even allow that play to even develop. And just kind of the penetration of the first and second levels for Bishop Carroll, you're pretty much going to have to do a lot of rollout passes or screens as they were doing there. The low snap picked up by Driver. Good punt this time, going to field it about the 49. And after a little bit of contact to slow him down, a bunch of Mustangs able to corral him, take him down. Greg Gibson was a little slow to get up after that tackle. And Bishop Carroll is going to get hit with a sideline warning. Ball's going to be right at midfield. Ben Driver tying his shoe. Be important to have, trying to run down these offensive weapons of the Golden Eagles. 5:12 left until halftime. Bishop Carroll 5 for 5 on touchdowns. Needon's gonna look left side, gonna go deep. And as his man, seemed to be Max Bollinger. No, excuse me, that might be Benedict Husband, number 86. little bit of play action, plenty of time, gonna step up into the pocket, but then is taken down, maybe got a yard. Ball on the 27. It's going to be a handoff. There's Jackson Nichols again. Going to be about 3rd and 3. Going to pick up about 5. And it's going to be Nichols again, but that's going to bring up 4th down, does not get to the sticks. Kind of a weird angle. Might look like he needs to get to the 19. So this might be 4th and 1. Ball is right at the 20, but the gentleman with the down yard marker has not moved. And that's going to give Salina Central a little bit more room. Ball now on the 25. Fourth and 5. Bishop Carroll bringing some of their standard, let's say, offensive personnel back out onto the field. And I think Bishop Carroll is going to call timeout. And Carroll takes the first time out of the game. And it's going to leave 2:53 on the clock until halftime. As I feel like every touchdown is scored, the temperature drops just a little bit more. Still 35-14 Carroll. And even though Bishop Carroll is pretty much in control, this could turn into a rout fast. This is a play that Central's gonna have to get a stop here. If you don't stop them here, the last 5 drives says they're able to get it into the end zone. And remember, Salina Central got the ball to start the game, which means Bishop Carroll will have it to start the 3rd quarter. Central sideline and fans getting loud. Needon's gonna look deep. 81. And that's going to be incomplete. A little bit of arm fighting, just a little bit. Golden Eagles went for it all there. And Central finally gets their first stop on defense. Could this be the spark the Mustangs needed? Kavanaugh has a rusher wide right to him, but Ben Driver with a good catch. Kavanaugh really has no time to think about where he's going to throw that ball, but just kind of threw it in the vicinity where he knew Ben Driver was going to be. Driver picks up 9. A little bit of slow play action developing there. Kavanaugh is going to cross the 35 to about maybe the 34, 33, and that's good enough for a first down. Kavanaugh is a little slow to get up. Down the field looking for number 27. Heigl had a shot and was open, but again, Kavanaugh a little bit better protection that time, but still got rid of it and overthrew Heigl. They bring up 2nd and 10, and there is areas that Central could exploit in the secondary. It's just if their offensive line gives them enough protection to let some of that develop. They're going to run a reverse. Counts is going to take it, but really isn't going to gain anything. Kind of stopped at the end to do a little bit of a dance, but that wasn't going anywhere. And Central trying to do a little bit of trickeration, open the playbook. We've seen them do that a couple times this year. And I think when you're down 21, you might have to do that a little bit more. 3rd and 10. Kavanaugh just trying to get away and really just has to take it and go down. Going to be about a maybe 9-10 yard loss on that. And a loss of 11. Bishop Carroll called timeout with 1:57. They want the ball back before half. Leaves Carroll with 1. Central had a couple positive plays there, but then once got the first down, again, just drive stalled. And I think just kind of the front line of the Bishop Carroll defense is just making Salina Central one-dimensional, not giving them any chance to even run the ball. And those are the kind of moments where you want to kind of throw a screen if they're getting into the backfield really quick. But in the last couple times they've ran it. Central's offensive line maybe not holding the blocks as long as they need to, as Carroll's first and second lines being the defensive line and linebackers just getting into the backfield so fast that nothing can even begin to develop. And another punt from Ben Driver coming. A little bit of a slower snap. Good high punt, I'd say, by Ben Driver. Fielded about the 38. One missed tackle. And number 2 for Central just kind of ends up making the play, but really just kind of missed the tackle and didn't really get up to contest the rest of the play. But then kind of decided, oh man, that guy's actually kind of close, and got up and made the tackle. This is 1:40 left for Bishop Carroll. And with how they've been scoring, that's nothing. They usually take a little bit more time on their drives, but they have people that can get down the field. And in pretty good separation at that. Needon's gonna look left side, gonna go out in the flat for Nichols. And able to make the tackle as Drew Burgoon kind of wrestled with his feet a little bit, but able to bring down the running back out in the flat. Needon's gonna look left side. Has a pass complete, and I think this is gonna be a first down. Clock's gonna stop for just a sec at 1:12. He's gonna look left side again, going deep, has a step. And Lynch, number 22, makes a catch for Bishop Carroll after numerous drops so far. Comes up with a big catch. And gonna be out of bounds with 1:02 left on the 17 of Salina Central. Needon's kind of dancing around, gonna float one up into the end zone. No, not quite the end zone, but gonna be inside the 5. They're gonna say he caught it even though the ball looked like it came out a little bit late. Wasn't sure if he just caught it and dropped it, or not sure he fully had it with that, but first and goal from the 2, Nichols. Pretty easy run into the end zone there, and even had a lead blocker to spare. Extra point is good. 42-14. "51 seconds until the half." With Salina Central down 28. Yeah, line drive kick. It's the number 36 for Central. It looked like a little bit of a hard run, but Greg Gibson going to be tackled out of bounds at about the 35. And I'm sure frustration is setting in on the Salina Central sideline. 46 seconds until half. They're going to do a little wide receiver screen. They get it to Counts, but he is hit immediately. And Mark Sandbo is going to call timeout with 34 seconds left. It's going to be his first timeout of the half, and I actually kind of really like the call here. I mean, you're down 28. Usually a lot of teams would just kind of run another play, get it into half, and just get out of here. But I think Mark Sandbo might try to draw something up then. It's really just that kind of mentality that you got to try something. Even though one team is just completely outmanning the other. Kavanaugh gonna look down the field to Heigl, and it's gonna be overthrown. And that's gonna be 3rd and 9 now, 29 seconds until half. Kavanaugh's having some receivers open. That was the second time we've had Heigl kind of open on the hash marks. Ball's just a little overthrown. And we have maybe an encroachment here. And that is the call. It's going to be about 3rd and 4 now. Kavanaugh with a high snap. They're going to try this screen again to Heigl. And really, the frustration from the head coach, Sandbo, as they really had something there. You had a lead blocker out in front of Heigl, and there was just green grass. But again, Bishop Carroll bringing pressure. So many defensive linemen and linebackers in the backfield that Kavanaugh really has no idea where he's throwing the ball. He's just kind of throwing it where he thinks his receiver's at. And that's going to be complete to Heigl. That's going to leave 19 seconds. Central's going to try and line it up quick. And there the clock starts with the snap. Kavanaugh's got to get rid of it and doesn't. Going to be a sack of about 8. And Mark Sandbo calls another timeout with 9 seconds left. And again, a lot of coaches would just kind of let that go. But with it being the last play, probably until halftime, barring a first down, quick out of bounds play, Central does have one more timeout left. But I think you got to probably draw something up maybe for the end zone here. Not sure you want to take time to let a play develop. And the Mustangs surely feeling for the lack of Talon Peters here. Just would have given them another threat in the passing game and the running game. Kavanaugh's going to throw it to Heigl. And Heigl's going to have it and going to be incomplete. It looked like they were probably going to try and throw it quick to him out there and try to just get some yards before you get out of bounds. But that ran 4 seconds off the clock. And we have 5 seconds now, and I think you just kind of send everybody deep and maybe look for Ben Driver. That's going to be a high snap. And just kind of a safe run there on 3rd down, and that's going to finally be the end of the first half. Bishop Carroll leading 42-14. And we'll be back with some halftime thoughts after this.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned.
That's it. You're not gonna come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
I don't really know.
You wouldn't do it there.
Gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Hello and welcome to the Salina Media Connection halftime show. Our score, Bishop Carroll 42, Salina Central 14. And other than maybe the first 6-7 minutes of the first half, there really hasn't been anything exciting if you're a Salina Central fan, as Bishop Carroll has scored on 6 of 7 drives, all of those scores being touchdowns. It looked pretty promising for the Mustangs to start. Had a Jackson Kavanaugh massive, probably 65-yard touchdown run. And then after that, you had a touchdown by Ben Driver, and with an extra 2-point conversion capped off by him. But ever since then, it has been all Bishop Carroll. They have just so many weapons on offense, and really they've just been going to the air mostly because that's really what's working a lot. They sometimes go to the ground just to maybe keep Salina Central a little bit honest with the pass, but just Bishop Carroll just kind of outperforming, outmanning, outrunning, route running, just the technique, everything you can think of. Bishop Carroll has just kind of been dominant over Salina Central. We kind of talked about it a little bit in the first half, but Salina Central without number 33, Talon Peters, and I think you can clearly see that as Talon Peters being obviously the running back, but also was kind of a threat as a wide receiver when he kind of came out of the running back spot. But you're having a lot of throws go to players like Ben Driver, Logan Heigl, Riley Counts with some Jackson Kavanaugh runs. We do have Micah Moore that was kind of running some from the running back position, but they really just kind of feel the lack of Talon Peters on the offensive side. Of course, there's always still time. Anything can happen, as we always say here on Salina Media Connection. But right now, Salina Central down 28 points. Bishop Carroll does get the ball to start the second half. They're going to need a lot of things going their way if they're going to have a chance in this game. This has been the Salina Media Connection halftime show. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with the second half after this. And welcome back to quarter number 3 here in Bishop Carroll, just inside Wichita. I would love to say it's a day in paradise, but it's a little chilly still. Still again, 42-14, Bishop Carroll. And Riley Count's gonna kick a little squib, gonna be fielded about the 22. 29 for Bishop Carroll. And we're gonna have a tackle around the helmet. And the return for Bishop Carroll is gonna get 15 more or so added onto it. Oh no, the flag's actually going to be on a block in the back. On Bishop Carroll, it kind of looked like the flag was thrown on that tackle that was made. It was kind of high. I personally didn't think it actually looked like it was anything that needed to be thrown a flag, but they don't throw a flag on it. Didn't look like he hit him around the horse collar or got him on a face mask or anything. So it's going to go backwards. Bishop Carroll's have it 1st and 10 on their own 13. Going to be 1st down run. Picks up a few.
Jackson Nichols on the carry. Back in that line, Central from the 57, Fernando Rodriguez.
You're up by 28. Maybe that 1st down run maybe gets them to just kind of run the ball a little bit more. Get the clock moving a little bit faster than it was in the first half. But even with that, I expect Bishop Carroll to kind of keep it a little full throttle for a little bit longer. They're going to run it 2nd down, pretty big hole. And here we have a flag coming in on the back side. That kind of tackle looked like they're going to get maybe a face mask on Greg Gibson. And there is no face mask call, and I agree with that as well. I figured they were going to throw it on face mask, but I didn't think he got the helmet there at all. So 2 pretty good calls there, the last 2 penalties. Third and 3, and we got a stoppage of play. We might have a false start. And that is the call. 3rd and 3, and it looked like a 3rd and a long 3 is going to make it 3rd and a long 8. These are the kind of downs that Salina Central wants to get off. Balls on their own 14. This is where you want to make a 4th down play. Stop it on 3rd down, and that's going to be no flag there. Good coverage by Gage Prester. That brings up 4th down. That's the 3rd down stop that Central needed. And Bishop Carroll is going to punt for the first time tonight. They're going to put Ben Driver back there. And Central might be coming for this. Good punt. Fielded by Driver on the 49. He's going to take it for about 3 more yards. Central gets the stop they need. First set of downs with Bishop Carroll on offense. You wish you probably would have seen that a little bit more in the first half, but these are the plays, these are the moments. Central's going to have to come up with something to get back in the game. Going to have 3 receivers on the short side of the field at the bottom of your screen. Good protection, going to swing it out to Ben Driver, going to be caught. The 41. He's going to pick up about 5 there. Kavanaugh is going to be back to pass, looking left side, looking towards Heigl. Some Central fans, players looking for a flag, but I think that's probably a good no call. I just kind of seemed there was a little bit tangled up. with the legs as when Heigl hit the ground. Haven't had too many flags tonight. Most of the flags been on kind of either false starts, encroachments, or delay of games. Kavanaugh's gonna roll a little bit left side, gonna get it to Driver. Gonna maybe right at the 40 until he's taken down, then maybe gets essentially a yard, maybe a half a yard. And they're actually gonna give him, seems like nothing there. He would have gotten a little bit farther than where they're marking him. It's gonna bring up 4th down and 5. Kavanaugh tried a little bit with a hard count, try and get him jump off. 11 on the play clock. And they're bringing pressure. And Kavanaugh has absolutely nowhere to go. Landon Weisler comes in just unblocked. And usually in those moments, Kavanaugh can sidestep some defenders. But when you're playing a team in the second round of the playoffs, you're getting some pretty good competition. And Kavanaugh was just kind of a deer in the headlights at that point. First and 10, Carroll on the Central 49. And this is going to be a run. Nichols left side. Finally going to be touched for the first time on that play at about the 40. He's going to pick up about 9 yards there. Second and 1, Carroll. And gets a little bit of a stiff arm, gets out of bounds, gonna have a first down.
Bishop Carroll, Golden Eagle.
First down run, picks up about 5. Bishop Carroll not really needing to go to the air at all. And they're going to be still gaining yards, moving the ball, and they're going to be keeping it on the ground and keeping the clock moving. And just pretty much everything going right for Bishop Carroll. Gets a few more, might be 3rd and inches. And it's going to be just about 1 yard. Gonna have it. Ball comes out, and I think the Mustangs have it. I was just about to say, Bishop Carroll, just kind of with their play calling and what they're running, just already kind of seems like this game is over, and just kind of running the ball, getting some clock, but Central still coming out fighting to get the turnover there. Able to get the ball out of the hands of Jackson Nichols, is able to hit the turf. Mustangs able to get on it. And 6:46 left in the third. Kavanaugh is going to roll out left side, has two men chasing him, and really just kind of has to throw it into some green grass. Kavanaugh shown some speed, as we saw about 45 seconds into the game with that big run, but when he's trying to get away for some pressure while also trying to look for a receiver, many of the linemen and linebackers for Carroll gonna run him down. 29 coming off the edge, unblocked, and number 7 had a pretty easy interception he just dropped. And we talk about 29 coming off the edge, kind of jumped towards Kavanaugh, kind of hit him around the helmet. Wasn't sure if they were maybe going to throw something like that, but 7 probably could have just caught that and gone into the end zone. Brings up 3rd and 10. And pass over right side. Looked like they were maybe looking for Riley Counts. Now you just kind of look up into the secondary, and there's a lot more green jerseys than there are white. And you can kind of see that Bishop Carroll kind of dropped defenders on that play, where usually they like to bring pressure. It's going to be 4th down on Central on their own 22, and they're going to go for it. And I like the play call. Central looking like they might, Bishop Carroll looking like they might bring some pressure with linebackers coming up to the line, and I think Central's going to call timeout, and that's what it's going to be. It's going to be 6:33 left in the third. Central's going to take their first timeout. Score still 42-14 Carroll. Don't think I ever mentioned it at the top of the broadcast, but it is just me today. No Charles Ross, sadly, was not able to join us here in Wichita. After Central looked like they might go for it on 4th and 10, Ben Driver's going to be back to punt. Always a realm of a fake. A little bit of a high snap. Driver gets it. Good punt. Fair catch called for by Bishop Carroll. Going to be about the 45-yard line. Central gets the ball back on the fumble, but 3 straight plays not able to get anything moving. And when you're down by 28 in the third quarter, probably have to go to the air. And still I expect when Bishop Carroll has the ball, expect to see a lot of runs. And when Central has the ball, expect to see a lot of passes. First and 10, Carroll. This is going to be a keeper by Needham. He's going to go back to pass. He's going to have Gunnar Lynch. And they're going to get a big chunk of yards. They're going to be out around the 24. They did a lot of the runs, then they ran something, a little play action there. That's going to be handoff Nichols, and good wrap up and tackle there. Rafael Serrano and Drew Burgoon there, both making the tackle on Nichols. A low snap, but gonna get it off to Nichols, and he's just standing straight, keeping the feet moving inside the 20 and inside the 15 to about maybe the 11. As my partner Charles Ross would say, all you need is 3 yards. Well, when you're getting 15 yards like that, it's gonna help you a lot more. Gonna run Nichols again right side, but Rafael Serrano there, able to make another tackle. And that's going to be another Nichols run, maybe down to about the 6. Looks like they can still probably get a first down at about maybe the 2. Looks like it's probably going to bring up 3rd and 5. Clock now under 4 left in the 3rd. And Needham's going to keep that. And a rally of Mustangs there to take him down. Probably doesn't get anything on that play. That'll bring up 4th down. Looks like some of the special teams unit may be waiting for Carroll if they want to kick a field goal, but and there's some new personnel coming on. There's a little bit of a thought. I thought they would maybe go for it, but when you're up by 28, you might as well just kind of just make it 31. And that kick does appear to be up and good. The first score of the second half comes on a Bishop Carroll field goal with 3:02 left in the 3rd. even on this kind of last drive, it seems that, I mean, if Bishop Carroll wanted to keep scoring, I think they could. They still have the same weapons on the field, but they're really just kind of calling off the dogs, I'd say, for the most part. Playing it safe, getting the clock running, getting just enough yards to get first downs. And it's going to be a deep kick. Driver fields it at the 7. Going to be up the field, maybe out of bounds at the 28, maybe 29. I'd be curious if Coach Sambo is going to be putting in maybe some of the seniors that don't normally get to see the field. But Coach Sambo is still probably wanting to try and keep this game competitive at least. Keyshawn McDaniel now in at running back for the Mustangs. They just barely get the play off. Kavanaugh in trouble, and he's just going to have to try and throw it somewhere, and I think he might have been out of the pocket. Not sure if he got the ball back to the line of scrimmage or not. And they do say the running back McDaniel was in the area. Second and 10 now. Kavanaugh gonna try a little inside receiver screen. Got it to Heigl. Crosses midfield. And gonna be wrestled out of bounds and maybe the 35. And he looks like a little limp around the shoulder, but it seems to be okay. Yeah, they're gonna mark him out at the 37. They've tried running that play a few times tonight. You would have hoped it would have been that outcome they've tried. But Kavanaugh again in trouble. Throws it down the field. Number 24 for Bishop Carroll. Looks like he had pretty good interception, but dropped it again. I think Ben Driver thought he had the ball and just went ahead and tackled him anyways. And Kavanaugh kind of just throwing that up into triple coverage. But kind of throwing it up to Driver has worked at certain points of the year. And that really kind of seems like it could be your best weapon. Kavanaugh in trouble, hit from behind, ball is out. And it looks like Bishop Carroll got it. Number 52, that's Ryan Murphy, comes out with it. And I just feel like the central front line just getting out manhandled all night. Nichols with first down carry, picks up maybe 2. 2 minutes left to go in the third. Probably expect another 2-3 runs here by Bishop Carroll. That'll get us into the fourth quarter. And I really just kind of feel like the sense in the stadium is that the game is mostly over. And it's going to be keeper by Neeson. He's going to look like he's going to run, but going to pull it back. There might have been maybe a hold there with 21 of the defense for Central on the receiver, but not going to throw a flag on it. Again, not too many judgment call kind of flags tonight. That's going to be a handoff. Nichols. Ben Driver misses. And it's kind of off to the races after that. 15-10-5 into the end zone is Nichols. Ben Driver usually comes up with those tackles from the safety position. Wasn't able to do it. Maybe just took a slightly bad angle. Usually those plays where he's kind of able to lower the shoulder into around the knees of the running backs. Just kind of mistimes it there. And Nichols is off to the races. Extra point is good. And that makes it 52-14 Bishop Carroll. Now Charles would be sitting here saying the game's over. I would still say there would be a chance, but I think my nose would get extremely long after I said that. Ben Driver fields around the 8, gets by 1, spun around, tackled maybe 26.
Tackles made by number 11, Carroll. Turns by number 20, Ben Driver. Out to the 26-yard line. Salina Central will be 1st and 10.
Kavanaugh back to pass, being in the pocket, pump fakes. Looking for Mayorga, not getting anything there. My producer handing me my water bottle. Such a great man. 2nd and 10. Mustangs gonna go 3 receivers. Left side, running back to the right of Kavanaugh. And it's gonna be a direct Kavanaugh run. Kind of like the play call a little bit, but kind of was a little weird that the quarterback who got the snap was in front of the running back who you'd think would be the lead blocker. But I think just even right there, that kind of shows Coach Sandbo just trying, like, hey, you know, maybe this works. Maybe this catches him off guard. Kavanaugh stepping back real deep, looking for counts. This time's going to be intercepted.
Pass is intercepted.
Kale Blase, I should say. May have butchered that name, which I probably did, but makes a nice interception grab there.
Ball's going to be placed on the Bishop Carroll 36-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10.
And Carroll's going to have the ball back on their own 36. And snap to the left of the quarterback, picks it up, just trying to run something. Eventually tackled by Dakota Hogan. We do have a new quarterback. Looks like Drake Unrain in at quarterback now for Bishop Carroll. That play is going to lead us to the end of the third quarter. And we've got 52-14 Carroll as Carroll puts on another 10 in the third. We'll be back right after this message.
Thank you. Can I help you today?
No thanks. I'm just looking. Oh, this is cute. So?
You wouldn't do it there. So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Like they're the fashion police.
And welcome back to quarter number 4, the final 12 minutes of football here in Wichita. Bishop Carroll up by 38 over your Salina Central Mustangs. And that's going to be a handoff. Seems like backup running back. Maybe not sure if I saw a number at first. Maybe number 48. Skylar Hampton. Might have seen Hampton at the very beginning of the game. But hadn't really seen anything of him since, as Nichols has pretty much took it the whole way, but you see a lot of the backups now playing for Carroll. And Carroll just still trying to get some yards back after that huge loss they had. Brings up 4th and 17. And punt team's going to come on. And it looks like all full brand new 11 players coming on to the field. Usually don't see that too often. Usually see a few players still staying out there. Whether it be linemen. And that's a great punt. Ben Driver just trying to field it. Bounces at the 20, and he's just going to let it go to the 10. A fantastic punt there. Really almost completely flipped the field. First and 10, Mustangs on their own 10. Kavanaugh still in the game. Gonna do play action, gonna keep it himself. Gonna be around the field, gets it to the 40, maybe has 2 men to beat, gonna cut it back. and gets a few more after that. Kind of little shades of the very second play of the game for the Mustangs. This time, Golden Eagles able to track him down. About a 50-yard run for Kavanaugh. He's back there throwing with men in his face. And really, ball's just thrown into a lineman. Again, that's just Kavanaugh just trying to get rid of it. Kavanaugh only a junior, so we should see him next year. And they're going to kind of screen it out. Well, the rest might get called back. Keyshawn McDaniel got kind of a little bit of the running back screen, but flag kind of came in the area of a hold. Flag resting at the 40-yard line. And that is going to be an offensive hold. Second and 20 now for the Mustangs. Kavanaugh's going to pump fake left, throw it back right to Driver. And I think going to lose a couple more yards as Driver kind of shoves the ball down in frustration. Really have to commend Salina Central here, not getting kind of cheap, mindless penalties, especially on a night where things are not going your way. Kavanaugh gonna back to pass, looking for counts. Throw a little low, not able to get it. And that brings up 4th and 22. Mustangs keep the offense on the field. Sending people deep. Kavanaugh gonna throw it into the hands of Gavin Prester, who might have had a touchdown with it. But it's really hard for a player who hasn't really had the ball thrown to him much. It's really hard for a player on a cold night like tonight to go out there and have warm, soft hands to be able to make a catch. And now Bishop Carroll is going to take over 1 yard into Central territory. And that's going to be a handoff. Hampton maybe loses a yard there.
Ball carries number 48, Skylar Hampton. Tapped by number 39, Israel Torres. He's lost 1 yard, second and 11.
I figured I'd just kind of take the next few plays and just kind of talk about Salina Central as a whole this year. These graduating seniors came in as sophomores and hadn't won a game in their sophomore or junior years, but now comes out in their senior season, He comes out with a 7-2 record, might end at 7-3, with just some really exciting, impressive, fun games to cover for this Mustang team. They do lose some key weapons, such as Gavin Prester. You do have Ben Driver, Riley Counts, of course, Talon Peters, Greg Gibson. They are going to lose. Those players do return players like Quentin Stewart and Jackson Kavanaugh. But specifically those first set of players they will miss for sure. Yeah, it's kind of a throw down the field. Might have been held by a little bit by Gage Prester. And they will have Gage Prester next year. It's his brother Gavin, I believe, will be graduating. Bishop Carroll going to be punting on 4th and 13. Ben Driver still in the game, going to be back to take this. And Ben Driver signals late, but able to make a fair catch around the 18. And this is just a Central team that, let's say, the previous 2 years, just so many things going wrong for the team that it kind of just got contagious when each loss kept coming. Had 2 years where they were losing games, and most of the time they really weren't competitive at all in the second half. And Kavanaugh is going to keep it there. Ball comes out. I think Kavanaugh was able to get back on it. I think it's absolutely, it has to be said, this the job that Mark Sandbo has done in his first year coming as the offensive coordinator at Dodge City, coming to Salina and taking over a Central program as Kavanaugh looks deep down the field for Gavin Prester. Kind of tried to dive out for it, maybe went through the breadbasket there. It's just so impressive what Mark Sandbo would be able to do with these players that just didn't have the speed and didn't have the size a year ago. But it's just incredible just a difference a year makes. We always usually talk about 33 Talon Peters, how just this year, how much more faster, agile, quicker with his feet, stronger with the ball. Just how he was able to play this year compared to last. And that's going to be a run by McDaniel. Picks up maybe a couple. Yeah, it's going to be a Kavanaugh keeper. And pretty much right as the whistle blew, the punt team came onto the field. I apologize, that was 4th down. I thought that was only 3rd down. I apologize. I just kind of got caught up in my own monologue, I think. Gonna run option, 1st down, gonna pitch it out. Running back cuts it back up a little bit, maybe gets a yard. And we've just hit the 6-minute mark left in the ball game. Carroll still just kind of waiting for the clock to go down. 5 on the play clock. And number 82 is going to be the ball carrier for Bishop Carroll. I kind of hate to say that we're just kind of going through the motions at this point, but that's kind of where the game is at now. And it's also so important for this Central team to break the, I believe, 7-year drought that Salina South had won the Mayor's Cup, but Salina Central able to bring it back to the north side of the town this year finally. And I think that's definitely just got to be just a great feeling for this Central team, especially the seniors, that kind of have endured a lot over the past 3, lots of ups and downs. That's going to be a quarterback keeper on 4th down, and that's maybe going to get a yard, but Central is going to take back over again. And still a lot of the main starters still out there on the offensive side for Central. McDaniel as the running back. They tried to throw something to Riley Counts, that kind of wide receiver short screen. Kavanaugh in the pocket, gonna look right side. Pass intended for the senior Gavin Prester. Incomplete.
Riley Counts, pass broken up by number 9, Tanner Christmas. 3rd and 10.
Kavanaugh gonna pump fake, kind of bounces off his own lineman, throws it, and that's gonna be intercepted. Number 9 at Bishop Carroll comes up with the interception at the 40. Again, just really impressed so far of just Salina Central and just their composure, kind of with so many things going wrong with interceptions, fumbles, penalties, opposing touchdowns, not able to get first downs, but just a really good job by Central not getting cheap penalties or throwing their helmets or throwing their equipment. Yeah, it's going to be another quarterback keeper, but I'm going to get a couple yard loss there. And we have 3 minutes, 30 seconds and counting left to go in the ball game.
Tackle by number 39, Israel Torres. Loss of 2 yards, 2nd and 12.
And I'm sure Talon Peters, number 33 on the sidelines, feeling sad that that he's not only to play in his final game here for the Mustangs, but that he's not able to help his team here on a night that they really probably would need him. Again, we saw Talon play a little bit of defense last week, but even if Talon played even on the offensive side of the ball, it's going to be hard to try and put up 52 points as Bishop Carroll did tonight.
Tackle by number 36, Greg Gibson, gain of 3 yards on the play. 3rd and 14.
Third down, 14, and ball, kind of a bad snap again. Quarterback not able to kind of corral it, but does get back on it. But I don't think the Eagles really care too much, as it keeps the clock moving. Maybe hurts the stats at the end of the game, as the final 1:35 begin to run off the clock. It's going to be 4th and 18. And you might actually see maybe a passing play here, but now just going to be a safe run. And that's going to stop the clock, 1:18. And Mustangs going to take over again. And probably the last few downs for players such as Riley Counts and Gavin Prester. Also, Matthew Goldamer, number 77, is a senior on the offensive line right now. Same as Riley Shepard into the game at right guard. Kavanaugh going to run it, going to be tackled for a gain of about 2. Here's Josh Morrow, senior, number 56, also in the game on the line. And Tyler Mayorga as well out there as a wide receiver at number 11. And we have 45 seconds left, maybe 2 more plays. Kavanaugh looks like rolling left, does kind of a 180 spin back to try and get it near Gavin Prester as he kind of throws his gloves off to the sideline. Stops the clock at 39 seconds, and that brings up 4th down and 8. We'll see if they try to do something kind of spectacular here. Pump fake left side, looking deep for Riley Counts. No flags there. That's going to be incomplete. And that'll turn the ball over to Carroll with 33 seconds left. And we probably expect to see some victory formation, I would assume. Bishop Carroll will proceed in the playoffs, going to round 3. I believe that's what they call the sub-state game, as they would be playing. They would be playing more than likely Wichita Northwest. Do not have a score for that team. And there's a knee down by the backup quarterback. And more than likely, that's going to be the last snap, and it is. It's the final 20 seconds tick off the clock. The Salina Central Mustangs going to end the year at 7-5 with a defeat to the Bishop Carroll Golden Eagles. And your final score will be 52-14 Bishop Carroll. And we'll be back with some post-game right after this.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned.
That's it. You're not going to come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
You wouldn't do it there.
That'd be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
And hello and welcome to the Salina Media Connection post-game show here with the RE/MAX Salina Player of the Week. We are not able to have him join us today, but that would be number 12, Jackson Kavanaugh. He was responsible for both of the touchdowns the Central Mustangs had in the first quarter. They had the big run by Jackson Kavanaugh with just 45 seconds into the game, and then probably a few minutes later did have a big touchdown pass to number 20, Ben Driver. Just, again, so many things not going right for the Mustangs tonight, but I would say Jackson Kavanaugh was kind of a spark that kind of brought Central to kind of have some shots in this game. So Jackson Kavanaugh is our RE/MAX Salina Player of the Week. And welcome back once again for the final time of the Salina Media Connection postgame show here still in Wichita as Salina Central ends their season with a loss to Bishop Carroll. Again, we kind of talked about it in the broadcast before, but Salina Central just not able to put some pieces together to have a shot against just the weapons on offense and defense of Bishop Carroll. Salina Central did again have some life in the first quarter, was able to come back when they were down 14-6. They had a big touchdown to Ben Driver. They were able to make it 14-12, and then a 2-point conversion made it 14-14. You kind of thought something might be cooking for the Mustangs to kind of get back into it, kind of show some life. But, I mean, ever since then, it was just all Bishop Carroll. So it's really tough for these seniors. I'm sure that locker room right now for the Mustangs isn't very joyful, very happy. But the senior class and this team overall has just so many things to be proud of coming out here, ending the season. They do end with a loss, of course, but ends the season at 7-3. And the senior class coming back when they were sophomores, when they were juniors, hadn't won a game in 2 full years, and just kind of amazing the turnaround this team has had and just how they kind of believed in their head coach, Mark Sandbo, how they just looked so much more confident. They just looked more excited. They looked like they were just having fun so much more this year than they had in the previous 2 seasons. So I just want to say congratulations to that team. Congratulations to the Central coaching staff. And we wish those seniors best of luck in their future endeavors. But this is it for us here on Friday Night Football on Salina Media Connection. We just want to thank you so much for watching throughout this year. I just want to say thank you to all of the fans out there. Thank you for all the Salina Central, Salina South, and then even the El Saline and Sacred Heart fans and parents and coaches and players. We just thank you so much for your support over the years, and hopefully we'll be back for another season in 2019 of Friday Night Football. Thanks so much for watching.
Okay, if I see this on the internet at all.
Are you listening to this? Nod your head if you're listening to this.
You ready?
Yeah, let me get my Twitches out. Yeah, I'm good. Go ahead and count me down.
And your traffic report today is moderate traffic. As you can see, a glow man out there, clear out there, but a lot of people running around like they're going to melt here in the next 5 minutes because of this rain. I don't know what to say.
Hello and welcome back to the SMC postgame show here live in. Oh, you said cut?
You said post-game show.
Did I say postgame?
Yeah.
I apologize. You gotta stop me. You gotta punch me on those.
Yeah.
You gotta punch me on those.
Ready?
Show what your thoughts. That has been the plan.
Okay. We are done.
And now we look like have a demolition derby out there. Looks like the Suburban backs out into the Chevy. And oh, he flips over the whatever that car is. We'll be back for more demolition derby parking lot. And we're here with Invisible Jack. Very interesting.
I know.
Oh, he's going to join
When
me.
you were going to ask for a raise, he was going to replace you.
Sorry, Colin.
I expect a 300% raise.
So 2 sodas.
300%, zero, exactly. Yeah, I should know. You're the math teacher, right? There we go. No, you're not math teacher.
Noise.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Hey, it's raining outside with a 100-mile-per-hour wind to the north, and it looks like it's raining. How do you feel about this, Colin?
We have to redo that. I couldn't even see your hands in the air.
Area high school athletes now have a big home field advantage. The new Salina Regional Sports Medicine Clinic. Led by orthopedic surgeon Dr. Timothy Hawks, Salina Regional Sports Medicine offers comprehensive care, from education to prevent sports injuries, to performance, to the preservation and healing of damaged joints through surgery and rehabilitation. Fellowship trained in sports medicine orthopedic surgery, Dr. Hawks specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of ligament, cartilage, and meniscus injuries. He and his team of athletic trainers and physician assistant supports 5 area high schools, providing the highest quality, most timely care to athletes of every sport. In the school training facility, on the field, or in our clinic, we're ready wherever and whenever you need us. From high school athletes to weekend warriors, we'll help you get back in the game and keep you in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, the leader in comprehensive sports medicine.
Come watch your favorite team and earn points with our new Blazing Rewards program, only at Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
At Domino's, they work hard to make it easy for you to earn free pizza. How hard? We probably don't have enough time to talk about all the ways they've invented for you to order, but we do have time to talk about the new ways you can earn Piece of the Pie rewards points towards free pizza. Now you can earn points when you place an order by phone or in store. That means you can earn points any way you order. If you would like to enroll, see Domino's.com/rewards or call Domino's.